What is poppin', YouTube? It's your boy, the Bald Man Wanderer, and today we got ourselves a nice little video here from Russel Brand. And, well, you should know who Russel Brand is. If you don't know, then I guess you've been living under a rock somewhere. But 6.68 million subscribers. He's been accused of rape. Case is ongoing. Um, he's highly religious. He's highly opinionated. I'm a fan. I'm not like a huge crazy fan, but I like the guy. Let's see what they're chatting about.
The government almost in its entirety now exists in that margin.
Warfare in all my life. I've never had more spiritual demonic warfare in all my life than in January this year when I was speaking at Davos.
Davos is where the World Economic Forum meet up to discuss the New World Order.
The government almost in its entirety now exists in that margin that calls us to disobey. Like that the government and state are operating as a kind of a false idol, primarily as a false idol, that they want control of your ideology, they want control of your body,
they want to control how you think.
Yes, consciousness itself, attention, and
already like a statement that a lot of people will not agree with that statement to begin with, that the government like are actively trying to control you. Although it's pretty obviously true. I don't think you can really deny it. Well, there's a lot of people who won't have it. They just won't have it.
Thought itself. They want control of consciousness and thought itself, and they can do that via food, via medicine. One scarcely dare.
Media, of course. Like banning everything. They've been banning stuff for years. They've been blocking stuff on YouTube without Elon Musk. Twitter was just banning everybody. Jesus Christ. Like all the stuff on the BBC is absolute trash, that sort of thing. Like nothing is insightful, nothing is like thought-provoking. Jesus. Yeah, 100%. The government trying to control the way you think. They want you stupid. They want your money. They don't want you successful.
Imagine the nefarious ways that the frequency of neurology could be disrupted, and likely already is.
I spoke at the World Economic Forum. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. And
no,
I was invited to Davos. So I was
surprised that this guy, whoever the hell he is on Russel Brand, but he was also at the World Economic Forum. Jeremiah Johnston. Guess that's who it was. Don't really know who Jeremiah Johnston is. Who is Jeremiah? How do you even spell Jeremiah? Jesus. Johnston? Christian theologian, apologist, author, and historian. He's an author, academic. He's an academic type. He's a media guest. Bit of a religious guy. What the hell? Look at this stuff. It's saying not to be confused with Jeremiah Johnson, who appeared in a different brand. Oh my god. Who is the one from the WEF video? Two people with the same bloody name. Jesus. Jeremiah. You Americans called Jeremiah country folk, eh? Who is he? Normally, honestly, Copilot is very good, but it's just giving me nothing right now. his experiences around gathering connected to the World Economic Forum, the spirituality unsettling, the emotional heavy atmosphere. What the hell? Do not identify him as a public figure, pastor, no both. He's a private individual, not a public personality. Okay, Copilot. That was absolutely shit. Maybe he is just like a nobody, but what? Why is he? Why is he talking at the World Economic Forum? Okay.
Is there to present the resurrection of Jesus Christ and what I believe is the event horizon of free enterprise. Gillian Tett, you may remember her name from the Financial Times. She's provost of King's College, Cambridge, interviewed me. And I'm working with people who I believe will work with the Antichrist someday, Russell. I say that without flinching or blinking. And do you know what I realized? This is to your point, to add fire to it. It's not even the governments in the margins. These global companies now run the world. Not governments, the companies run the world.
I think we all know that. I think we've known that for a long time, but they just deny it. Like your vote even matters. Like your vote even matters. Like what you want matters. They don't care about the individual. They don't care.
And I'm there presenting the gospel. And I'm reminding them, have you heard of this term of forgiving debts, loving your enemies, praying for those who persecute you? So when we have these terms at Davos of forgiveness of debts, loving our enemies, praying for those that persecute us, that comes from one event horizon and one alone. It doesn't come from socialism, Marxism, or Socrates. It comes from the physical bodily resurrection of Jesus.
There's literally his book right there. So he is a religious guy.
Jesus. And they were looking at me cross-eyed, Russell. I've never had more spiritual demonic warfare in all my life than in January this year when I was speaking at Davos. And I've been invited back to speak again. So we'll see how it goes. I need you there with me in January.
If I'm a free man in January, I'll come. Now,
please. But do you see what I mean? The governments, not even governments, companies are running the world now.
Look, remember, I came to Christ after having lived a long time in, like, my own Saul of Tarsus dedication and devoutness to the law comes from being a member of the priest class of the establishment. The Pharisees these days are not in the Roman Catholic Church or in the Protestant Church or in any denomination. They are the proselytizers.
You got to do some crazy psychedelics to make yourself think like this, I tell you. But it makes sense when he's explaining it, that he is the priest. He was, like celebrities are the priests, right? Follow my evil.
Of the culture as king. Now, like, I would posit that so the idea that there's a nexus of power that's extra governmental, to me, is an idea that I've lived with long before coming to the Lord. My own training and my own preparation has given me deep experience in that dialectic. I've got insight when it comes to Hollywood power and insight when it comes to governmental power, and I understand how media operates because I've been operating inside media for a long, long time. Now, the discourse around power outside of Christianity is that there are sets of global bureaucracies, one of them being the WEF, the WHO, the International Monetary Fund. These bureaucracies pose as neutral. Indeed, as a scholar of Greek,
they fund the greatest evil in the world.
You'll be able to help me, though. My point is that the etymology of the word sin, in addition to the Mr. Mark component, has that sort of metastasis.
Does anybody know what he just said? Honestly, I do not. Like, what? What are they actually getting at in this video? I do not know. I don't actually know. They haven't given me much information, and it's just a random clip, but I don't know why they've sectioned out this little clip.
Exercising neutrality component. Now, bureaucracy is expert at presenting itself as neutral. I've experienced it. I'm experiencing it a lot. But it is the forum and frame in which the demonic can thrive in a kind of a parasitic way. That pose of neutrality.
Look, I'm not religious at all, but these people are evil. Like, I feel that. I see that. Like, I just look around and I think you guys are evil. Like, come on, everyone knows about it. Everyone's seen stuff. Everyone can think of something off the top of their head to think why these people in power are evil, and yet they're still doing it. They're still doing whatever the hell they want. It's crazy.
Neutrality that you get from like the WHO, WEF, IMF is where that secondary, ulterior, near invisible power is it's executed through it. So yes, I'm aware that corporations and global entities are much more powerful than any national government. Indeed, we are living right now through the kind of collapse of that new priapism, like that sort of excited engorgement of when Trump became president, of like, oh wow, man, we've got a bull in the china shop, we've got this guy who's willing to stand up, and and of course now it seems, because of certain geopolitical events, that there is a different power, that whether you're Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, it don't matter who you are. And like,
Oh God. Okay. I mean, it's food for thought. I already know that. I think everyone just knows that. Let's see if Copilot knows that. Who really controls the American government? No single group or hidden person controls the American government. The state is designed so that power is split and checked and limited across multiple institutions. Different actors influence in different ways. Yeah, okay. All right. Not very based there, but I'm just gonna leave it there. It wasn't like the most crazy video I've ever seen of Russell, but just makes you think of all these schemers out there, scheming away. They're scheming. They're after you. They want you. They want your stuff. They want your money. They want your health. Anything else they want? Anything you can think of? They want everything. They want your land. Ugh. Good luck to the world out there. All right. Peace out. See you in a bit. Bye.